We've all seen it happen. Two people face the exact same crisis: a missed promotion, a public mistake, or a sudden breakup. One person falls apart. They lash out, they blame everyone else, and they let the anger consume them for weeks. But the other person, they pause, they breathe, they acknowledge the pain, but they don't let it drive the car. They navigate the storm with a quiet, unshakable strength. For a long time, we were told that IQ, your raw intelligence, was the only thing that mattered. But the world is full of brilliant people who are miserable and lonely. The real secret to a successful life, deep relationships, and internal peace isn't how much you know, it's your EQ, emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways. Today, we aren't just talking about a theory, we are looking at the 8 silent habits that prove you have a high EQ, even if you don't realize it yet. Habit 1. You check your internal weather constantly. Most people are strangers to their own feelings. They feel bad, but they don't know why. If you have a high EQ, you are an emotional detective. You don't just say, "I'm stressed." You dig deeper. You realize, "I'm not just stressed, I'm actually feeling insecure because of that comment my boss made." You name your emotions. And in psychology, we have a saying, if you can name it, you can tame it. By labeling the feeling, you take its power away. Habit 2. You've mastered the sacred pause. There is a thin line between a reaction and a response. When someone insults you or cuts you off in traffic, your ego wants to explode instantly. But you have built a buffer zone. You pause for 2 seconds. In that pause, you choose who you want to be. You decide that your peace of mind is more valuable than winning a pointless argument. That pause is the ultimate sign of emotional maturity. Habit 3. You listen with more than just your ears. The average person listens just to prepare their rebuttal. You listen to understand the soul. You pick up on the micro expressions, the tone of voice, and the long silences. You hear the cry for help hidden behind a sarcastic joke. When you talk to someone, they feel like they are the only person in the world. You aren't checking your phone or looking for someone better to talk to. You are present. Habit 4. You know how to say no without an apology tour. Low EQ people either say yes to everything and burn out, or they say no and feel guilty for days. With a high EQ, you understand that a no to others is often a yes to your own mental health. You don't make up elaborate excuses. You are kind, but you are firm. You realize that you are not responsible for managing other people's disappointments. You own your boundaries, and you respect others' boundaries too. Habit 5. You don't play the blame game. When things go wrong, the ego's first instinct is to point a finger. But a high EQ person has the courage to say 4 very difficult words. I was wrong. I'm sorry. You don't see an apology as a weakness, you see it as a clean slate. You learn the lesson, you fix the damage, and you move on. You don't let shame rot inside you for years. Habit 6. You have a map of your emotional landmines. We all have them, certain topics, people, or situations that make us lose our cool instantly. High EQ people don't pretend these landmines don't exist. Instead, they map them out. You know that when you're hungry or tired, you shouldn't discuss finances with your partner. You manage your environment so your triggers don't manage you. This is called self-regulation, and it's a superpower in a chaotic world. Habit 7. You have a thick skin and a warm heart. If someone calls you a name or questions your worth, you don't instantly believe them. You have a solid internal compass. Because you know who you are, your strengths and your flaws, no one can use your own mind against you. You take feedback as information, not as an attack. You are secure enough to be criticized without being destroyed. Habit 8. You have given up the fixer complex. When a friend is crying, the low EQ instinct is to give advice, to solve the problem, to make the crying stop. But high EQ tells you that most people don't need a mechanic, they need a witness. You are comfortable with their discomfort. You sit with them in the dark without feeling the need to turn on the lights. You understand that you cannot fix someone else's emotional journey. You offer empathy, not an instruction manual. Here is the most important thing you need to know. Emotional intelligence is not a gift you are born with. It is a muscle. Every time you pause instead of shouting, every time you name an emotion instead of burying it, and every time you say no to protect your peace, you are getting stronger. The world doesn't need more geniuses with cold hearts. It needs people who are brave enough to feel, wise enough to listen, and strong enough to lead with empathy. If you found yourself in these habits, or if you're ready to start building them, let me know in the comments. Which habit is the hardest for you? Subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of a better life. Build your EQ. Protect your peace.